On this week's episode of the Rambler Sports Locker, the women's soccer team extended its winning streak, and I sat down with Gabby Majikowski of the women's volleyball team to discuss goals moving forward.
Also, RSL reporter Jasmine Marcos takes a look at what's trending this week on Twitter, and Ramble host Ana Marie Nunez discusses the Bears' future with Mitch Trubisky. Welcome back to another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Claire Philby.
And I'm Hayley Spitler. On Saturday, September 30th, the men's soccer team returned home to take on Central Arkansas. The conference game got off to a slow start with neither team scoring in the first half. However, just 6 minutes into the second half, the Bears scored a goal on Rambler goalkeeper Aiden Aylward. The Ramblers weren't down for long though. Freshman Lucas Emery scored a goal off of junior Fabian Lifka's free kick. The game would enter overtime, tied at 1-1. Central Arkansas ultimately grabbed the win after scoring their second goal of the game in the second overtime period. Just 3 days later, the Ramblers hosted city rival, the UIC Flames. Loyola got on the board first after senior Kyle Thompson connected from the penalty line. The goal was Thompson's third of the season and made the score 1-0. The Flames were able to tie the game in the 77th minute after a free kick found the back of the net. The match remained tied and forced overtime for the second consecutive game. With saves from freshman goalkeeper Evan Konerman in his first collegiate start, the Flames were unable to score in overtime. However, the Ramblers were also unable to score, and after 2 overtime periods, the game ended in a tie. The Ramblers are now 4-5-1 on the season and 0-3 in conference play. They will next play in Des Moines, Iowa, when they take on the Drake University Bulldogs Saturday, October 7th. For the past several weeks, NFL players have caused a lot of controversy regarding the national anthem. RSL reporter Jasmine Marcos has more on this week's trending. Women's cross country ran in the Greater Louisville Classic this past Saturday, September 30th, in Louisville, Kentucky. The team was led by senior Emma Hatch and redshirt junior Lindsey Brewis. The Ramblers finished 19th out of the 32 teams that competed, putting them 1 place ahead of MVC conference rival Illinois State. Loyola had a team total of 564 at the race, which was a significant amount more than Boise State, who took home the win with their low score of 74 points. This past week, the Ramblers were ranked in the 13th spot on the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association's NCAA Division I Women's Cross Country Regional Rankings. Both the men and women's team will next compete at the Bradley Classic, hosted by Bradley University on Friday, October 13th in Peoria, Illinois. The Chicago Bears have not seen much success with their starting quarterback Mike Glennon. They are 1-3 on the season and looking to improve with first-round pick and quarterback Mitch Trubisky.
Ana Maria Nunez and her Ramble analysts discuss Trubisky's playing against the Minnesota Vikings in this week's Ramble.
On Sunday, October 1st, the women's volleyball team faced MVC newcomer Valparaiso at home in Gentile Arena. Coming in with 8 straight losses, the Ramblers looked to win against the conference rival. Valparaiso took the first 2 sets with scores of 25-19 and 25-15. However, the Ramblers did fight back to claim the third set with a score of 25-18. This was the first set the women had won in 3 matches. Valparaiso won the 4th set and the match with a score of 25-16. Junior Gabby Majikowski had a season-high 17 kills that evening. I talked with Majikowski about how the team is viewing this losing season.
This is like a very unique team where we won't have any seniors this year, and so we have 2 years together, like all the same girls, and so I think we're using this year as like somewhat of like a building block for next year.
Majikowski also mentioned that the team needs to work on communicating on the court, but that they have been improving in practice. The Ramblers are now 1-14 on the season and 0-4 in conference play. They will compete next in Normal, Illinois against Illinois State University on Friday, October 6th.
For our full episodes and a chance to get in on the conversation, follow and like our social media handles for an up-to-date look on all things Rambler Sports.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hayley Spitler.
And I'm Claire Philby. Check back next week for another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker.
And as always, don't forget to turn out the lights.